freaking Fight Club.
Is that where you can design sneakers or something?
It's probably the epicenter of prime sneakers. The Ye's are like $3,000.
Ooh.
Most are like people will buy them and then sell them to Flight Club.
Okay.
Or ex-girlfriends.
I now want to just hang out outside Flight Club and just there and be like, so what did he do to you?
Yeah, my ex, when I broke up with her, she
Took your sneakers.
took 20 of my sneakers to Fight Club, and they were like, "Hey, Questlove, some like 5-foot Mexican woman's here with 20 pairs of. We know these are your sneakers because we sold these to you." So.
Oh wow.
I got a record broker who does that. They go to like Estates and Wills.
Right. Yeah.
So usually like a good jazz collection, bitter divorcee, like sometimes bitter, very bitter, like. Yeah, you can have all this. Just give me $500. You can have all this stuff.
I got a bunch of impulse records because somebody had an impulse to get this shit out of their home before their lover returned.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Night Train. On tonight's show we have Roy Wood Jr., Michelle Wolf, Aparna Nancherla Seaton Smith, very special guest, Questlove, DJ Don Will. Now your host for the evening, the man the Wu-Tang Clan calls the punchline killer, Wyatt Cenac.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, stop. I know you guys are only clapping like that because it's Black History Month. I get it and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming out here. This is the first of... Oh, right, sorry, yeah. It's Black History Month. Or I'm shooting the blackest, most hipster remake of Drive ever. Just go around riding a bicycle with my Malcolm X sweater. Black History Month is upon us. Here's the thing, Rebecca. There's Rebecca right here. I told these people that it's February because that's when this is supposed to air. And so they're playing along. They're playing along to make you all feel better. All these people, we're all just living a lie for you. So now let's continue with this lie. Black History Month is upon us. I always personally feel very strange about Black History Month. Because, like, I'm glad it's there, but at the same time, it's just history. So I feel like when we separate it, it's as though we're somehow saying it's not part of the American story and it's not part of the American experience. But more importantly, I guess what bothers me about it is that nobody actually learns any Black history during Black History Month. And when I say nobody, I mean white people. Because that's the thing, there's no consequence to going through the month of February and not learning any Black history. Like, if we want to take Black History Month seriously, there need to be some consequences. Like, for real, for the month of February, like, black police officers should be able to pull white people over under suspicion they don't know who Harriet Tubman is. Just like, oh, you don't? Well, I'm taking you downtown. What, to jail? No, to a library, you idiot. I'm gonna lock you in there for 28 days, make you read, write book reports, and watch the movie Selma. Which, that was a good movie. Round of applause, who saw Selma? All right, wow. That's both surprisingly high and disappointingly low at the same time. It's a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's a very good movie. Brad Pitt produced it. So if you're a fan of his name is in the credits. You know. He did. He produced that. He also produced 12 Years a Slave. And after Hurricane Katrina, he went down to New Orleans and he built homes in low-income neighborhoods. And all those things are really amazing, wonderful things when you look at them individually. But when you look at them together, it kind of feels like Brad Pitt went on one of those genealogy websites. And just found out something disturbing. Pop, no! I'll be honest, I went to see Selma because I thought that after the credits there was gonna be a scene for the next Marvel movie. That's the only reason I go see movies now. I just go see movies to see the teaser for the next movie. And then I go see that movie for the teaser for the next one. It's the smart thing to do. Like, how many people here, round of applause, who saw the Avengers movie? That's more than saw Selma. You've made my point for me. I'm just saying, you want people to see your movie, just put a teaser for a Marvel movie in there. Like after the credits, could have just been like Martin Luther King walking through the halls of the White House after having talked to the president about the Civil Rights Bill, and then maybe he bumps into Captain America, who looks at him and is just like, "Get the fuck off me, nigga!" Because keep in mind, this is the 60s. He is the captain of the America that is. Nobody then thought there was gonna be any progress with race relations. Least of all Captain America, which if you don't know anything about Captain America's a guy from World War II who got jacked up on steroids, then frozen in time, and now has to live in the present as a man with old man thoughts and a young man's face. Like, think about how difficult it is for your grandparents not to call people Oriental. At least they have the benefit of looking old. This dude looks like somebody you would find on Tinder. Like, that's what's fucked up for him. He has to use all of his super strength to seem super tolerant. Superman's weakness is kryptonite. Captain America's is just a slip of the tongue. Or somebody going into his garage and finding that one shield of his that has the Confederate flag on it. And he's just like, "No, that's my heritage." Which, good job to us, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. We got rid of the Confederate flag. In places, the Confederate flag was probably never going to be flying. Yeah, we can all sleep soundly now knowing the Confederate flag will never fly over a Seattle yoga studio. NASCAR event? There was such a huge debate over whether to get rid of the Confederate flag. Such a big debate. And I feel like it wouldn't have been such a big debate if it wasn't such a cool-looking flag. And I hate to say that. As a black person, I hate to say that. But it is a cool-looking flag. Like, seriously, if the Confederate flag were just a picture of Jar Jar Binks on a skateboard, that shit would have been gone. People have just been like, "Oh no, you're right. It is an archaic symbol of hate from a long, long time ago. And a galaxy far, far away." It's a cool looking flag. Like, I hate to cop to that, but it's a cool looking flag. Like, the Confederacy, what they stood for, horrible things, but their aesthetic, timeless. Like, that's one of those things, like, bad guys, they make cool shit. Like, they do. Go watch, like, a World War II documentary. You see, like, that Nazi propaganda and the Nazi symbols and flags, and it's just like, they're terrible people, but it looks cool. Like, cool enough where you're like, well, hold on, let's hear them out. Like, it does. Like, Hell, ISIS, horrible. But that flag looks cool as shit. Don't act like if you didn't see that flag on a sweatshirt at an Urban Outfitters, you wouldn't pick that shit up and take it into the dressing room and see if you could pull it off with some tights. Bad guys make cool shit. Like, you look at that, it's just like the Confederacy, you look at like ISIS, you look at the Nazis. There is something about terrorist occupations that bring out the best in graphic designers. I don't know if it's clean lines or mutual disdain for the font Helvetica. All right, we got a fun show. You wanna get this show moving? All right. Now, without any further ado, this first comedian, it's great to have him here. He's a starting shortstop for the Seattle Mariners. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Wood Jr.
I tried to dress up for y'all tonight. I don't know quite if it worked out. I don't know. Every time I put on, like, I feel like a fast food shift manager. Like, every time, jacket, the tie kind of hangs because I've been working a double. Like, I feel like that dude, anytime I put on a blazer, I just feel like that dude that's sitting in the back of the store. Anytime there's a problem up front, they have to call him. Tell Jimmy we got a problem out front. Yeah, go get Jimmy, we got a problem. Tell Jimmy we need the key. You know, anytime something wrong with the money, they gotta ask for the key. Tell Jimmy I need the key, we got a problem up front with the register. They argue about everything at fast food spots. I love it too, because they shady now. They try to charge us for sauce. That's what they think is okay. They think it's okay to charge. I don't know if they do this here. I'm from down south. And in Alabama, they think it's okay to charge you 25 and 50 cents for a sauce. Bitch, sauce is included with the nuggets. You don't get the a la carte sauce separate from the nuggets. Charge me for the napkins. Those are out. And the dude is serious about it, too. The cashier, he's all, you ever meet the guardian of the sauce? You know this dude? Oh, yeah, look, brother, if it was up to me, I would give you the sauce. It is up to you. The sauce is on your side of the counter. That means you're in charge and slot shit across the counter. Argue with a grown man about 2 ounces of sauce. Your register ain't gonna come up short 2 honey mustards. Just give it its sauce. I completely understand why people cuss out fast food employees, man. It's dangerous, though. You gotta be careful. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. That's why I quit eating fast food. Had nothing to do with the health and the food and all that and taking care of my body. No, I just don't want to get murdered. I walked into McDonald's one night. This is a true story. I walk into McDonald's, and I'm texting. I got my head down, and as I'm walking in the door, I hear this dude. I hear this dude over here. I hear this dude go. He just goes, "I'll kill everybody in this bitch." You know, that gave me pause. Because he said he'll kill everybody in this bitch, and I already had a foot in the door. Am I technically in this bitch? Because I can pull this foot out and go to Wendy's. It's not that deep to me. He'd ordered a 6-piece nugget, 5 nuggets in the box. Yeah, lost it. Just lost it. So said they stole the nugget. That's what he kept saying. Y'all stole my nugget. Where they at? Y'all stole the nuggets. Hey, bro, you see what they doing there? Because that's the thing. This is the problem with being black, all right? It's a lot of problems with being black. But one of the problems with being black is that if I walk in a building and it's another black person going crazy, automatically I'm on his team. And that's not fair. I don't get to ask no questions. I don't get to, get their side of the story. It's just I got to join the Nugget Coalition as soon as I walk in the door. I hit the door, bruh gonna turn to me. Yeah, man, they stole my nugget. I'm like, are you sure they stole the nugget? They stole the nugget. You sure you don't want to just go get Jimmy from the back? Jimmy might get straight to No, man, they stole my nugget. If I was white, I'd have got 7 nuggets. Like, really? This is what you think the government is plotting against black folks? This how they gonna get rid of us, huh? Just starve us to death, one piece of chicken at a time? It's not racism, man. This is a fast food spot. Most of these employees can't count to 6. You want 6 nuggets, you need to order a 4-piece and a 2-piece. That's how you trick their ass and get 2 sauces for free. I live in New York now. Getting used to it. People call y'all rude, but I understand it now, you know? I get it. You're busy. You have somewhere to go. There's a lot of time. You lose a lot of time during the day, so you're on the move. You don't have time for chit-chat. I appreciate the silence at the registers here when I'm buying stuff. I do, because you don't really get that down south. Down south, people want to bond and talk. And now I go home and I realize what a waste of time. I'm never going to see you again. Why are we even bothering bonding? Well, how's everything going? Is everything going good in your life? You got the blueberry flavor. I like raspberry. Well, go back there and get you one. I don't have time. I appreciate the fact that there's little to no talking. It wastes so much of your day just having chit-chat with straight. Every grocery store should just have a shut the fuck up lane. That should just be... Like, some of you don't agree. I can see your eyes, and that's fine. You go down to register 2 for chit-chat. This is register 3. You shut your mouth. People are too nice, man. That's why I love going to the movies. I love going to the movies just to watch the movie ticket ripper dude do his thing. You get no chit-chat from the ticket ripper. Like, first of all, side note, how is that still a job? How is doing this still an occupation? Like, how? That's it. That's all he does. 8 hours a day. They will trust you to ring up your own groceries. They will trust you to pump your own gas. But you need a professional to do this. But he's serious about that shit, isn't he? You ever rip the ticket for him and then hand it to him? Dude, lose his mind. Yeah, I already ripped it. Well, what you do that for? We got a situation over there. Tell Jimmy we got a problem up front. Yeah, tell Jimmy to come on up front. We got a problem. I like when people are nice. I just don't want you to be too nice because then I know you're lying. I don't need that. I'll never go on another cruise as long as I live. If you've never gone on a cruise, I'll tell you something. It is the most berating, like, everybody is nice. It's weird. The captain of the boat, just in the middle of the day, you're just in the ocean, and just the captain will walk by, just, welcome aboard, are you having pleasure? Yes, I am the captain, pleasure, and it's my goal to have, you having pleasure? Bitch, who driving? Why are you at the pool? I need you to go back up to the steering wheel and check on some shit, some nautical shit. It makes you appreciate airline pilots. Like, I have a newfound appreciation for airline pilots, man. They don't talk because they're focused. They got time to chit-chat with you, not before the flight. They up front, they checking buttons. They ain't got time to talk to your goofy ass. Look in the cockpit. Next time you get on a plane, look in the cockpit. You just see 2 men. Did you check the buttons? Check all? You got to check all the buttons to make sure that, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a slight delay. We got to recheck the buttons. Thank you for choosing it. You don't meet the pilot until the end of the flight. That's when he's cool because he's steadied in the door like a damn b-boy, and he's just like... Because he know he ripped that shit. Like, you saw what I just did? I just flew this bitch, motherfucker. He's earned that right. Stop talking to you over the speaker. Flight attendant. That's why the whole plane stops moving when the pilot comes on. Flight attendants stop moving. They pause the movie. Because the captain is talking. He's got something important to say. He ain't cracking jokes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain. We about to go up in the sky, so sit that ass down so we get up in the sky. When we get there, we're going to come down out the sky. That's how you know we ain't there no more, because we got to come down out the sky. If something go wrong, talk to them heifers in the back. I can't help you. My door is locked. Don't you come up here. I got a shotgun. Thank you for choosing. Wouldn't it be hilarious if the captain just told you what kind of gun he was working with? That becomes part of the new anti-terrorism policy. You just gotta let these terrorists know what the fuck gonna happen to them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain. You can bring your punk ass up here if you want to. I got a AR-15 extendo clip. Eagle Talent Hollow tip, motherfucker. Bring your ass up here. My fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. Thank you. No, that's Tupac right there. That's Tupac. My fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. Next time you're about to get in a fight at a bar, you just say that shit, watch that dude walk off. You want to take this outside, bro? Yo, my fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. I'm here to educate, all right? It's not always about jokes. I'll tell you a sad story before I go here. I'll tell you a story about this dude I went to college with. Dude I graduated college with. He's 36 years old, just started selling dope this year. That's sad, man. Like, and he's proud. Like, call me bragging about it. Oh, yeah, man, I got them things, man. I got them birds, boy. But you're 36, you have a 15-year-old supervisor. Like, that's not how life is supposed to work. And wants me to get involved. Hey, man, you up there in New York, man, you can be my connect, boy, up 95, man, make them birds fly. I'm like, dude, first of all, selling dope is a young man's game. Okay, first of all, it's a lot of cardio. I ain't interested. You ever watch a dope show? It's a lot of cardio. You gotta run to the stash, you gotta run back to the car, gotta take the cash to the money man. It's undercovers, it's fucking rival crews, people shooting at you, you gotta hop fences. And then you're on your feet. That's not the worst part about it. You're on your feet 18, 19 hours a day selling dope. Ain't no chair on the block. You don't get to sit down. Then I'd be the only dope dealer wearing New Balance with Dr. Scholl's inserts. Having a pair of those Skechers with the curved bottom and just be rocking back and forth. Yeah, I got them things. Let me know, boy, if you want them. And I don't know like drug terminology and the mathematics that goes into drugs. Like, I barely know the metric system. I ain't got time to be converting drugs into that weird language that they got. It's a whole separate vernacular. And if you don't know that shit, you're gonna get accused of stealing some of the dope from the stash. I get shot the first day, because my money short or the stash short, because I can't keep up with the drug. I don't know. My 15-year-old supervisor roll up on me. Old head, where you at? How many you got left, old head? Oh, sir, I have about 7 of these, and I have 14 of these. You kind of light, old head. What the fuck are you light? You're supposed to be holding way more than that, old head. Stucky said he gave you 3 dubs. You supposed to chop that shit down to 6 nicks, put that in a couple dime bags and sling that a couple times. Then Oak said he gave you a quarter key. You step on that shit, make it stretch, sell that shit 2 more times on an 8. Motherfucker, you supposed to be holding at least 8 stacks. You ain't got but 3 stacks. Put a bullet in this motherfucker. I'm like, hold on, don't shoot me. Hold on. Tell Jimmy we need the key. I gotta go, man. Thank y'all.
Roy Wood Jr. All right, I'm gonna keep this show moving. This next comedian, she's great. She's wonderful from the ankles up. Ankles down, she has the worst shoe selection of a human being that I have ever met. So just keep your eyes above the ankle and you will be in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, the very funny but horribly shoed Michelle Wolf.
These are some great shoes! Look at these shoes! They're great shoes!
No, do not look at
These are perfect shoes!
No, they're not.
They're the best shoes!
They're really not that.
Wyatt bought me these shoes!
I said no.
He did! He bought them! He said, I wish I could wear them, but I can't!
No, I never said such.
He wanted to! He wanted to wear them! He tried to wear them on his hands for a week!
No.
It was crazy! He was texting all weird! It was crazy!
No.
He loves these shoes! He loves them! He thinks they're great! He calls them his favorites!
You good?
No. These are fantastic shoes.
They're really not.
They're better than your tweed pieces of shit.
Michelle Wolf.
How are you guys doing? Good, good. It really is like a really great time to be alive right now, you know? Congratulations on doing that, by the way. Please don't stop doing that while we're together. That would ruin the night for me. And that's the most important. No, it's a great time to be alive. There's so many cool progressive things happening, you know? Like Bruce Jenner just came out as Caitlyn Jenner. And it's really cool that we live in a world where that's allowed to happen. I just wish people were saying what they really want to say about it. Which is, I'm glad you get to be who you want to be. We should all be who we want to be. I still fucking hate your personality. You know how you're supposed to love people for who they are on the inside? I still hate your inside. Whether you're a man or a woman, you still killed a lady with your car. Yeah, that lady's still dead. She can't come back as a man. And everyone's like, she's so brave. She's such a hero. Well, if Bill Cosby turned into a lady, will we just forget about all the rapes? Like, more than we already have. He's gonna get away with it. The detective work on that has been lazier than his eye. Oh, come on! That's the least we can do. The least we can do is make fun of his eye. For years, people were like, don't, he's a legend. I know it's crazier than his sweaters. His eye is like the only part of his body that was like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta look away. Like, one Quaalude for you and one Quaalude for you. Shh, go to sleep. I'm a huge sports fan, love sports. A lot of times when I say that, other girls will be like, you guys are wearing the same shirt. Has anyone met, did anyone say that? You're wearing the same exact, you are together? No. Did you come by yourself? Did you come by yourself? Are you with her? You guys gotta get married.
We can do it together. We can make it happen.
He's ordained.
Yes.
Wyatt is ordained.
If we want a second
shoes.
season of this show,
You
we
get
need
married
this
tonight.
moment.
Are you both straight? Oh my God. Okay, because you could both go either way. That's a fair statement.
I'm gonna let you alienate my audience. No, I'm not going to be a part of that. But if you want to get married, we'll make it happen.
They're the same shirt. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Did you talk about it? Like when you sat down, you were like, we're wearing the same shirt. Get back into that joke now. I love sports. I love sports. Is it from the same store? I love sports. I love sports. A lot of times when I say that, other girls will be like,
hey, you guys are wearing the same shirt.
Is anyone else wearing a similar shirt? Just be like, okay, great. Everything's fine. I love sports. A lot of times when I say that, other girls will be like, do you only say you like sports to attract guys? Which is ridiculous. To attract guys, I say, I'm not looking for anything serious. Ooh. And that works. It works really well. But I love sports. I'd say football is my favorite sport. I'd actually say football is America's pastime rather than baseball. Because what's more American than knowing that a sport named football already exists? And then being like, no, that's not football. This is football. Your sport's dumb. It's soccer now, suckers. I think football's so American, they should have a little football player Monopoly piece. You know, that way if you got the go to jail card, you could just be like, no, I'm the football player. I do not have to go to jail. I'm going to collect all the money. Also, I'm going to rape your plastic house. And a lot of people say the NFL doesn't care about women. I don't believe that. If the NFL didn't care about women, why'd they make those lady jerseys with the sparkles on them? You know, it's like they just get us. They're like, what can we do for women? Oh, give them sparkles. Ah, okay. I don't care. You know, and things had started to get better in the NFL. They drafted their first openly gay player. I mean, they cut him, but they drafted him. And that's a great step forward for everyone except for young gay boys. Because now their dads, who never used to try to make them play football, are going to be like, put on your shoes, we're going to go play catch. No, the gay thing doesn't work anymore. Anyone can do it. Put on your shoes. Not your tap shoes, your other shoes. Stop singing. I don't want to do it, Daddy. Are those time steps? Yeah. They're very good. Here, I got you a sparkle jersey. Thanks, I love it. Because that's like the shitty thing about equality, you know? Once you start to get there, you realize there's sucky things there, too. You know, like this poor gay boy, now he's gonna have to live out his father's dreams as well as his mother's. And like me as a woman, there are days when I'm on the subway headed to work, a job that I love, but it's crowded and I'm tired and I'm standing and I see some men sitting in front of me, and part of me genuinely wishes we were back in a time when one of those guys would have gotten up and offered to take care of me for the rest of my life. But he won't, all because we want the right to vote, which I don't even do. Last time I voted was for prom queen. I voted for myself, and I didn't win. I was like, I don't understand the point of that. I think this is broken. I watched 2 movies in a row the other day. You guys all do that too. Yeah. I watched 2 movies in a row. The first movie I watched was Selma, which is, of course, a movie on about the Martin Luther King Jr.'s March on Selma. The second movie was Wild, which is a movie about a lady whose mom dies and then she goes on a hike. I think those 2 movies really point out the different reasons why black people and white people go on walks. Black people are like, we want to vote, so we're going to march. White people are like, I just want to find myself, so I'm going to go for a walk. See, my mom died, and that's a thing that's only ever happened to me. So I'm going to go on a hike. I'm going to carry my own backpack. I got 3 weeks off of work with 0 consequences. Just kidding, I don't have a job. I don't need one. This backpack is heavy. And I know this is true because I've never in my life protested anything, but I've been on a bunch of hikes. My backpack was heavy. I don't vote, but this presidential race is really amazing. The one we're having right now, it's so great. You know, it's showing kids that anyone can run for president, you know? And Ben Carson's really doing the impossible, you know? Like he's the black candidate that even black people are like, I'm sorry, I can't. I wanted to, but I gotta go white lady. And he's crazy, but he's also a genius, you know? Like, he's known for separating conjoined twins. But when you hear him talk, he sounds like the kind of guy that would sew babies together. Like, look what I made. Isn't it neat? I'm gonna sew this country back together. And Hillary Clinton's running for president, which is something I'm very excited about. All of you too? Good, okay. No, I think it'd be great to have the first female president. That would show women that you can do anything you want to do, as long as your husband did it first. Thank you so much for opening that glass ceiling for me. I couldn't reach it. And there's like a spider web. My backpack was heavy. But if you're gonna be the first female president, if you're gonna be the first female to do anything, you better be really good at it. Because if you aren't, we might not get another shot, you know? Like, there aren't that many female pilots. Not to point the finger of blame, but thanks a lot, Amelia Earhart. She was like, I'm gonna fly the whole way around the world. The whole way around. I don't need your help. I can do it all by myself. And then she got lost forever. She's the original Malaysian plane. Oh, name one person on that plane. You don't care about those people. You forgot it happened until I mentioned it. And now you're thinking, but which Malaysian plane? I should also mention that is a 100% accurate impression of Amelia Earhart. She either sounded like that or she was like, oh yeah, I'm a woman. I'm not a tiny man. She could have been a tiny man. You look at pictures of her, you can play the game Lady or Tiny Man. You can play the same game with Justin Bieber. But that's your trick question. He's a tiny lady. The real reason I want Hillary Clinton to be president is because I want Bill Clinton to be the first gentleman. Mostly, he's not gonna give you a blowjob. But mostly because the spouse of the president is the one who sometimes have to give tours of the White House. And I'd love to see Bill be like, these are our drapes. As you can see, they're navy. But if you shine a black light on them, boy, do they glow. Oh, man, if these walls could talk, that means they'd have mouths and my dick would be in them. Every time he bit his lip behind a podium, I always thought he was trying to get rid of a boner. You know, like, Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. All right, thanks a lot, guys. You've been great. I'm Michelle Wolf. He says he hates my shoes, but I think he's jealous of my shoes. I feel like every time I'm on stage here, he makes fun of my shoes. And every time I come here, I try to wear a pair of shoes he hasn't seen. Sometimes I buy shoes particularly because I think he'll dislike them. But they're great shoes, and he's wrong. He's always wrong about it. I would say it's mostly driven by jealousy.
I don't like your shoes, but Ahmir, you're a bit of a Nike aficionado, and so I wanted your opinion on these shoes.
I approve of them.
You don't have to, just because she's standing right there. You can say they're terrible. It's fine.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are those? What are those? Yeah, I threw you under the bus on purpose.
No, that's fine. We'll cut that out. Michelle Wolf, everybody.
I like them. They're like Air Paisley.
Well, here's the thing, because you own a lot of Nikes.
Yeah,
Like, how many shoes do you own?
a couple thousand.
I like that you say it as though it's just like, like everybody else. Like a couple thousand.
I don't want it to seem like it's a humble brag.
No, but I'm just saying, you own 2,000 pairs of sneakers. Is there anybody else here who owns 2,000 pairs of sneakers? Right, yeah.
So this is shame me for...
It's not shame you.
Some people have heroin addiction.
Well, but it's one of those things, though, like sneakers, they're investments now. Like, people sell sneakers for, thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's artwork.
Right. See, this feels like it's setting up an Ocean's 11 style movie.
Where someone's going to break into my
just
house.
breaks in and takes all your sneakers. So we get a crack squad. They break into your house.
Right.
They steal all of your sneakers, but they get caught because they're not that. They're like the crack type. They do crack. That's the kind of. But if you had to go down to the police station and identify your sneakers, would you know them if you saw them?
Absolutely.
If I were to show you photos of sneakers.
Wait, do you know something
Would
I
you
don't
be?
know?
I want to see if just in a random search of sneakers, do you own these
Do I
sneakers?
own them? All right,
yeah.
hit me.
So let's see. Let's go to the first one. Do you own that sneaker?
Yeah, that's North Carolina Air Force Ones.
You own that? You own that sneaker?
Yeah, you gotta have that just to.
I went to Carolina and I didn't even get that. I didn't get a diploma, so it's kind of I'm missing some credits. All right, let's go to the next one. Do you own that one?
Oh, the skies.
You own those?
Hell yeah.
What? Those are the same color as the last one. Just fucking put some white out on the last ones. Those just happen to be the cover of a Drake album. So do you wear those?
If it's like a valuable shoe like this, you get 3 pairs. Multiple.
So wait, so now in the 2,000 that you
Wait,
own,
I don't
does
know-
that now get multiplied because there are some where you have
Yeah.
like multiples of?
You gotta get 3.
So
One
you
to
have
wear,
2,000
one to stash.
styles
Like
of
of these,
shoes.
I have about 8 more. Cause wait. Let me establish first and foremost. I don't want to be like, oh, you want. I don't want to. I feel like they're about to turn into a lynch mob. To chase me.
No.
I have 16 jobs.
I understand that. No, you don't have to feel bad. Like, look, the person 5th row, that's one of the Rockefellers. It's fine. You can say what you want.
Okay.
This is Brooklyn. This is the new Brooklyn. Okay, what about, let's go next pair. You on those?
I couldn't get these in my size. Usually.
You
Nike-
don't need them, you have them. Just, you have 7
the
pairs
same.
of the Carolina blue ones, man. Just paint a yellow swoosh. I just saved you money.
Yeah, but it's for skateboarders. It's a wider sneaker.
Do you skateboard?
No.
Let's go to the next shoe. You on those?
Of course I don't know.
Okay,
those
good.
are me.
If you don't own your own shoes, I was gonna say something's fucked up. And that would be
I
problematic.
had to actually go on eBay to barter like 4 size 9s.
Really?
Well, I got friends who needed size 9s.
And you can't just say.
I went to Nike. They said we ran out, so I went on eBay. I copped some.
Friends who need size 9s.
Oh,
It's
nice.
supposed to be a distinguished.
No, it is. It's a classy shoe.
When I turned 35, I made those just to feel grown up.
When I turned 35, I stopped wearing socks with flip-flops. Let's see, next shoe.
Papa Bears.
What?
Yep.
Dog. So hard to get.
Yeah, because for each pair of shoes, somebody has to kill one of Fozzie Bear's cousins.
Well, they're part of a series. There's Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. It's like a Goldilocks.
I know what the bears are about.
These will run you about maybe 4 G's.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yo, see, this is the new Wall Street, man.
It's not. A woman will fork over $1,700 for a pair of Louboutins or Gucci's.
Sure. Well, but that's the
this
funny
is-
thing is like 20 years ago, I feel like women used to get picked on because it was like, oh, you want all these different types of shoes. And now like men are like crazy sneakerheads. Like how many sneakers you got, Don?
Like 100 in my apartment.
Oh, men are worse, yo. If I had time, I'd be sleeping outside of Fight Club.
Yeah, let's go to the
Yeah.
next sneaker. You got these? Those are made with cork, so that's nice if you work in an office and you need to like
Well, I have a
just tack something.
I have
you
an
good?
all-cork pair.
Oh, okay. All right. What about these next ones? These. Those
I
are
have a-
real shoes, people.
Yeah, I have a pair of these.
You do?
I rock them on stage. They look dope.
Okay, what about these next ones, which to me look like the last ones once your eyes focus?
I don't have these.
What about these next ones here?
Nah.
These are from Nike's Black History Month collection. That's right, Nike has a Black History Month collection. Every February, they roll out
Is
shoes.
that a kente cloth? From,
Yeah,
like,
they
the NAACP?
They drape shoes. Let's go to the next slide. They drape the shoes in kente cloth. Go to the next one as well. Like, yeah. I don't know why people assume if you want to appeal to black people that you should just drape stuff in kente cloth. Like, it's not like if you showed me a picture of Ted Cruz and you were like, yeah, I don't want to give a shit what that man says, and then all of a sudden if you were to drape him in kente cloth, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, let's hear him out. I want to know. Like, it's such a stupid thing. Even if you look at like their ads for their Black History Month collection, it's like, be bold, be true. But there's a part of me that when I see that, I'm like, go all the way with it. And so I wanted to help out, so I made some posters for Nike. That's
Swag.
yeah,
Air Jordan 11s
yeah,
on MLK right there.
yeah. Or like, if you wanna push the new Black History Month LeBrons, boom, fit for a king.
I'm feeling that.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna cash in, go hard. So it does seem like you know your shoes, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Questlove, everybody. Yeah, man. All right, this next comedian, she's great. She's talented. She's a pilot, but not an airplane pilot. She's just like a hoverboard pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, Aparna Nancherla.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Good? good to be here. I want to start with some personal news. Like, I feel like we're family now, and that some of you will never fully accept me. So it feels like a good time to be vulnerable. I recently surprised my boyfriend. Thank you. By letting him know I've been calling him my boyfriend. Yeah, thanks. I know, it's a big step for us and our future together. He is a plant, so he's pretty dependent on me, but I like to think of him as like a strong, silent type, you know? Like I've almost killed him several times. He says nothing. He takes it like a man. He reminds me to drink more water. It's like a nice give and take. It's like a safe space. It's a joke. I don't have a boyfriend. It's a joke. I might do one more of those. I'll keep it light. You guys have had a lot. But no, I am. I'm recently still single. Thank you. I know. You're like, what is it about her? She's lonely. No. I don't mind being single. A lot of people like being in relationships. I don't mind being single because I'm very busy doing other things, like leaning in, for example. It is like hard to meet people when you're that close to the ground. I'm very good. Pretty advanced. This is one pet peeve I do have, as a single person, like in the city. It's like sometimes you're walking, it's like we walk too, and you'll get stuck behind couples on the sidewalk. It happens every neighborhood, every time of year, and you'll try to get around them, but then you can't because their love is so strong. And then, you'll just be like trapped walking in the credits of their movie. And then you just have to follow them home and become their child. It's a real hassle. It's like I had plans. I had to water my boyfriend. Like I had a busy night. I've been trying to date, though. Dating is hard. I know you've never heard that concept before, but my thing with dates is like you have to show up and be fun. Like you can't have it both ways. It's like, what are you, a king? It's a lot. I don't know. I've had some random dating encounters. Has anyone ever been asked out? Like I know there's online dating, but has anyone actually ever been asked out on a social media site, but like not an online dating site, just another random site? Yeah? Do you mind just saying which one? Facebook. Yeah, it's usually Facebook. One time I asked at a show and someone was like, LinkedIn, twice. I was like, oh man, that site has really fallen off its original mission statement. I don't even know what that would look like. Like, do you get endorsed for drinks? I don't know. It's a LinkedIn joke. If you get it, you get it. You're part of a very special club. But yeah, I got asked out over Facebook like a couple months ago, and it was someone I didn't know. Like they sent me a message, and they were like, they saw me at a stand-up show. They were like, I saw you at a show. You're really funny and pretty. Let's go out. I was like, oh, great. Like they didn't even ask. They just decided. Like the hardest part is over. It's the hardest part of dating, just deciding. Like they just went ahead and made the decision for us. And I was like, it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen? What is that expression? YOLO, you only date occasionally. So you gotta take the opportunities when they come. Seize the day. The one thing that was weird, like right away, was that his profile picture was just a Santa emoji. Yeah. So I was like, there's a slight chance he doesn't have a face, which might be an issue at some point, or that his face is in fact a Santa emoji. And it's like, I'm open-minded, but you got to draw a line somewhere. But I had my friend Google him, and she was like, no, he checks out. He has a face. You're good to go. It's cute. I don't like to Google people before the first date. Like, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I feel like some things you should save for marriage. Just leave a little mystery. But she was like, no, you're all clear. Go do it. And so we made plans. Like, I think we decided to meet on a Thursday. And, I picked the place. Like, I tried to pick a bar where it was like, if I go missing, people would be like, oh, at least she had a good time before she left. And so we met up, and first impressions were great. He was tall, he smelled good, he had a face, like triple threat, like all the features were in the right place. Like it wasn't one of those Picasso faces where you're like, oh, I didn't realize your face is just like experimental. Like everything lined up. And then he bought us drinks, we sat down, and we started talking, and then one of the first things he said, where it was just like, red flag meter alerted. Like one of the first things out of his mouth, he was just like, something you should know about me, I'm really big on honesty. I just like telling it how it is. It's like, okay, who opens with that as a human, like right out of the gate? Just to be like, this is who I am. Like, unless you're auditioning for a reality show, where you're just like, and I'm not here to make friends, just like looking for cameras. Like, it just doesn't read genuinely. And it's also like, honesty on a first date? No thanks. Like, call me conservative, but I feel like dating is like health insurance. Like, you wait until you're accepted in as a member before you start revealing all your pre-existing conditions. Like, you wait until like year 5 before you're like, oh, by the way, I have diabetes and another family. Happy anniversary! I feel like if a first date goes well, like best case scenario, it's like 2 houses of lies that are like compatible with each other, and then you're just like, oh, we both buy the illusion. Let's do this again. But I was like, Night was young, I was like, let's just see where this goes. And then we started talking. We didn't have a lot in common. He was like, I work in finance. I was like, I have no money. Like, we're hitting a few speed bumps. And then, like, midway through the night, he came out with this. He was just like, before I forget, I'm actually pretty funny. I could be a comedian. Oh, wow. You guys reacted with the perfect combination of shocked horror and disgust. I don't know what it is. Like, every time I've told an audience that, they've, like, reacted perfectly accurately. But yet, every time I've met someone who was once in an audience scenario, it's always, like, this weird, like, ticking time bomb, big reveal before they're like, oh, by the way, you know that thing you do that you've worked pretty hard at and made a lot of sacrifices for? Yeah, I thought about doing it, but I'm too good. I'm too good! Like, it's so condescending. You wouldn't do that for any other career. You wouldn't be like, oh, check this out. Yeah, I've seen the moon a couple times. I'm pretty sure I'm space material. Like, it is so presumptuous. But at that point, a cockroach ran across our table. Yeah, so it was kind of like New York. Like, it was this sweet moment that we had together. Really, it should have been foreshadowing, but, like, I didn't pick up on it at that point. Because then the date basically just evolved into him turning into an Amazon algorithm where he was just like, you might also not like the next thing I'm going to say. Because then, we really ran out of everything to talk about. Like, I feel like the date itself stood up and left the room, and we were still sitting there for some reason. Like, I think we discussed the levels of our waters, and I was like, oh, you drink more, good for you. And then, circling back to his original point that I should have bookmarked, he was just like, I should tell you this. I actually only friended you on Facebook because you're an Indian comedian. He was Indian, too. And I was like, okay. And then he was just like, yeah, I just wanted to support another Indian artist. I didn't actually think you were that funny. And I was just like, why are you saying this out loud to me? There's so many other people you could say this to. And I feel like it started to make the face of someone whose, like, eyes are bleeding, but there's, like, no blood. I was just like, why? Why do you bring this plague on my people? And then, I just, like, sat there for a second, and then he was just like, that was a joke. And I was like, what? I was like, I listen to jokes all the time. That's not a joke. Like, I felt so outraged. I felt like ripping off 2 monocles at the same time that I wasn't wearing. It's like taking off wigs that weren't there. Just like, sir, how dare you? In front of my children. I was just like pointing at my coat. Like nothing made sense anymore. I was just like so mad. And then he was just like, that was a joke. Do something. React. And I didn't. I just had left my body at that point. And then he reached across the table and he forced my mouth into a smile. He smile violated me. He smilated me. Like, women get mad when they're told to smile on the street, but to forcibly be smiled? Like, my brain ran out of reactions. It was just like, error, situation does not compute, patriarchy overload. Yeah. Like, really, I was mad at myself in that moment for, like, when he reached over and touched my face, not having it just melt off and be like, now you're cursed. You failed the test. There never was a date. But the rest of the evening can best be summed up from a quote from the movie Titanic, which I had to copy down, but you'll see why it fits. Okay, here it is. Afterwards, the 700 people in the boats, that's me, had nothing to do but wait. Wait to die. Wait to live. Wait for an absolution that would never come. So we are engaged. I just thought it was so cute how we met. Oh, thank you. Okay, you guys, it's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much.
Aparna Nancherla! All right, we have one more comedian. You got one more in you? Now, here's the thing. Marianne, she's the one who books this show. She books all the comedians. We like all of them. And obviously, we wanted to bring all of our favorite comedians and friends and have them as part of this show. This next guy is not one of those people. I don't like him. Marianne made a mistake. She booked him, and we couldn't get rid of him. He's a terrible human being. He's a vile monster. Just some of the things that, not even on stage he'll be great. But if you get him off stage, he's just rude, inconsiderate, never remembers your name. Just a jerk. A terrible, terrible jerk. I can't stand him. No, he's a delight. He's one of my favorite people. He's a good friend of mine.
Shut up, man. I love you too, niggas. Pretty motherfucker. Go ahead, introduce me, you pretty.
You know what? No, fuck that. He's a douchebag. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not happy he's here. Seaton Smith.
Seaton Smith!
Hey, you! What's up, little fella? How y'all doing? I'm the last comic! Go do some other shit. I don't know. Do some drugs. How y'all feeling? Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Can I do politic jokes and shit? Yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah, NPR nerds. Fuck yeah, man. I just jumped on the NPR shit, man. I was trying to get all smart and intelligent, and stop pooping blood. And so I was like, let me go. Stop watching cable news. I watch the news. Anybody watch cable news? That shit in America sucks. It's always up here for no reason, right? Like, you ever watch BBC? It's very down here. And it's very, just a cup of tea. 8,000 people were massacred, like, oh, it's okay, right? As opposed to CNN, it's like they just reported, it's like right before they tape, they just do a line of coke off a hooker's titty. You know what I mean? Like, breaking news! What the fuck is breaking news? Wolf? It's snowing in Chicago. That's not fucking breaking news, Wolf. Now my high is ruined. Fuck. I like politics. I really am enjoying the election a lot. A lot of people get depressed, but I think it's really fun. If you forget that some of these people's decisions can kill millions of people, it's really a fun thing. It's like watching The Bachelor. You know what I mean? You're like, does he really believe that about pyramids, right? And then because you didn't mention that earlier here, that Ben Carson believes that Joseph from the Bible stored grain in the pyramids of Egypt.
And reporters, followed up on that. They were like, hey, Ben, the fuck you talking about, right? And, and he doubled down, like what I said was, motherfucking grind in the pyramids. As soon as I become president, we gonna go in and get in Egypt and get that shit back. You're like, oh, thank God that nigga disappeared. But here's my question. How did Jeb Bush get worse than his brother? How's that physically possible, crowd? Wait, did y'all forget how bad GW was, huh? Huh? Do you remember how bad he was, crowd? Remember in 2008 when we all officially called that man a retard? Remember that, crowd, huh? Come on, crowd, we called that. Back in 2008, retard was an okay word. Don't get up in it now. Now it's a bad word. Back in 2008, that was still a gray area word, all right? Now, remember that, crowd? Remember when he invaded Iraq, conquered Iraq, had his first press conference in Iraq, and somebody threw a shoe at him? Remember that shit, crowd? Somebody threw a shoe at our president! He was going, freedom, freedom, freedom. So I'm back, man, fuck your freedom, right? George W. Bush, and they missed that man, crowd. That man that left his office and went and retired to paint dogs. They missed this man. Seriously, I saw somebody after a Republican pundit after the Republican debate on MSNBC actually looked in the camera and said, these candidates are a shame. If Joy GW was here, he would clean their clocks. And I was like, is it really that bad? That you miss GW? Is it that bad? Watching the Republican debates and missing George W. Bush is like watching the Ray Rice video and saying to yourself, O.J. Simpson would have handled that better. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, man, the juice knows how to talk to women. You know what I'm talking about? The juice, he has a lot of flaws, but women isn't one of them, right? I wonder what he's doing now. So, Obama hates them. He hates the fuck out of Republicans. Y'all notice that on Tuesday? He doesn't hide anymore. It's just very like, man, fuck them. He just hates them. He hates them, hates their face, hates their Christmas. He hates them, right? He hates them so much. Remember after the Paris attacks, they had the... First off, I was really angry. Like, Republicans, they just live off this fear thing. They're doing this whole... Remember after the Paris attacks, they decided to stop terrorism, and their plan is they're gonna make the visa program harder. So we're gonna that's where our terrorism was coming from, our immigration process, our rump. And you're like, for real, dude, our immigration? I don't know, remember after 2001, I don't know, our 9/11, our immigration process got harder, right? Like, our immigration process is probably the top 5 in the world. Like, listen, I'm not saying there's no terrorists in our immigration system, but let me tell you this right now. If there's somebody in ISIS waiting for a green card before he blows himself up, that's the cushiest job in ISIS, all right? That is a chill-ass job, all right? Everybody, all your friends are blowing themselves up left and right, and you're just sitting there on the phone like, they need more paperwork, I don't know. I will blow myself up, you know me, but, bureaucracy, what are you gonna do, right? I'm gonna sit here and finish my girls' marathon, right? Because he's not gonna die, crowd. That guy's gonna die of diabetes way before he blows himself up. That's all I'm trying to say, all right? Obama hates him so much. That press conference he gave after the Paris attacks, remember he said that? Remember they asked him, so Trump wants to blow up ISIS. What do you have to say about that? And Obama was like, they want to pop off? Fuck them. They said that like, Mr. President. That was so unprecedented, That was like, let's go outside and talk shit, nigga. It's weird to see that man, remember? It's weird to see this change, right? Remember that? We had a different man, crowd. We voted in a man that was a quiet professor. He thought, there's no red state, there's no blue state, there's just United States. And now it's just like, man, they want to pop off, fuck them, you know what I mean? Like, them red states want to talk shit, tell them not outside, man. Like, whoa, Mr. President, why don't you drink some water, yo? Like, you know why he's acting like this, crowd? Because he's leaving, that's why. He doesn't give a fuck anymore, right? You're seeing what a black man looks like when he puts in his 2 weeks. That's what y'all saying right now. He's gonna do the job. It just ain't gonna be that smiley face like he used to. You know what I'm talking about? Barack, are you smoking? I thought you didn't smoke. I smoke now, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, where are you going? It's 3 o'clock. I'm going the fuck home. What the fuck you think of? I like our president a lot. I do, obviously. I like a lot of things he's done too that's for black people, like on the slide. Like, he hasn't done, like Obamacare was a big thing, but right now he's doing a lot of little laws for black people. He's eliminating drug laws, taking black people out. It's helping us a lot. I love that shit. It's all secret, you know? Get distracted by other shit. I love that shit, man. I don't know how he's gonna handle the police shootings, though. I'm fucking scared by that. You know, and I know you can only feel empathy, but thank you. Like, Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I didn't mean like that. You get it. It was more of a symbol. It's a symbol. Don't get nervous. Don't stand your ground. So, like, these police videos, I don't know what the fuck, they're like every fucking day, every week. You know, I will say this, those people that record those videos, those people are heroes, all right? Those people are fucking brave heroes. That shit is insane to me. I could not, sitting there, especially they're black too, who the fuck is standing there when a nigga run, they're fucking shooting black people, like. You see that shit? Remember in York, Charleston? Remember that cop shot that dude 8 times? Like, bah, 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 bah. Who the fuck is standing there? Let me get the focus. Who's doing that? Let me get a white balance. Nigga, run! I swear to God, if I was standing there the whole time, I'd be shaking like, ah! Like, I'd be screaming like, ah! 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 They interviewed me later, like, Seaton, what were you doing there? I was shitting in my pants, Wolf, all right? And I couldn't run. That's why I was there. It's fucking scary. Run, yo! You know what? Fuck. The cell phone is easy. You know who I really respect? The dude who recorded Rodney King, all right? You think the cell phone is easy? A fucking VHS record set tape? Fucking hard as that shit. Like, Rodney, hold on. Rodney, hold on. Start it over. I got the boom in the shot. Come on now. Hold on. I got a white balance. Hold on, Rodney. I guess we're gonna, vote for Hillary, right? Is that? So, say we got 4 or 5 woos. That's less woos than there were 8 years ago. Y'all notice that? Remember in 2008, there was a lot more woos for Hillary, right? Didn't you just feel almost overwhelmed? Like, oh my God, we got Hillary and Obama? Oh my. And now 8 years later, we're like, never mind, stay home, right? Like, right, something fucking happened with Hillary. I don't know, man. It's just the lure is off. Maybe we know it too well, right? Or maybe it's like, just fuck it, we ain't got no other choice. Is that what it is? Is that what the 2016 motto is? It's just like, fuck it, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm talking about? We can't vote for Trump, we're gonna die, so we gotta go for Hillary. Does anybody want to talk about how scary she is? Right? We can admit that. Even if you're a Hillary supporter, you can admit when you look in her eyes, you get a little nervous, right? She's a little scary, right? Just a little bit. You know, okay, this is the thing to me that scares me about her. Remember, like, when she was Secretary of State, she was the most traveling Secretary of State of all time, right? And you remember during that time, between 2008 and 2012, every month there was always like a new #1 terrorist. And by the end of the month, that motherfucker was dead. Now, and I was like, wait. Is she killing them herself? Cause like it just makes sense in your eyes. You just look in her eyes and be like, yeah, I bet she'd like to see you bleed. You know what I'm talking about? Like, remember that Time magazine picture where she's sitting there in the cockpit and like sitting there just texting? I bet she was saying, hold that nigga till I get there. Because I think because she's scary, right? Why wouldn't she be scary? Why wouldn't she be scary? Her husband beat off on anybody who, for 20 years straight. She just came on anybody who walked around like, oh, vote for me, bye, all right? And the whole time she had to look in the camera like, everything's okay, yeah. You don't think that changes you as a human being? You know what I'm about? You don't think that makes you want to snap? Like, I'm gonna kill everybody when I become president. You don't think that? You don't think that? Okay, fine. Well, that's your president. So, like, sarate. I don't know what else to end on. I took it to such a high. I feel like I want to do a dick joke just to get out of this conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't mean to get this political. I had like solid like dick jokes going on. So, y'all dating? Is this a thing? No. We already told. Y'all got matching shirts. That's weird. Over here, what about this? This has already been dived around. This is really weird. No, you wanted attention. I fucking like this. What kind of white are you? Side note. You're Polish? No, he just has a familiar. I'm sorry. I apologize. Is that inappropriate, white people? I apologize. That was not my intention. Listen, I just started dating a white woman, so I just really like to see, kind of like you, kind of like a super white, right? Kind of like, it's okay, call you super white? My girlfriend's just like you. When I come on her, it disappears. And like, that okay to say that? Is that okay? Uncross your arms. So, like, I should end this show. So, can I say this? I've dated 3 types of white women, all right? So I've dated like kind of like you, kind of a factory fresh, but I've also dated kind of like hood rat white. Y'all know them? I don't like hood rat white, man. They blacker than me. It's fucking annoying. Like, I met this one white girl. She was trying so hard to be black. She had a fake weave in her hair, a dashiki on, sickle cell. Just way too hard. Like, just. She's like, I'm dying. Like, you need to be yourself, Becky. All right, first off. Ooh, 3rd type of white woman I've dated. Europeans. Any Europeans in the room? Any? Yeah, where you from? Albania, motherfucker. So, like, this doesn't really apply to you. I'm talking about more of the middle countries. Those more of those motherfuckers, right? Those people. Because they freak me out. Because when they come to this country, so they always say the word black way too harshly for me. Does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about? Like, bleh. Like, whoa. You know what I'm talking about? Like, white people in America, they don't say black, they say African American, you know? With a nice soft pause, you know? Like, very like, hey, Seaton, that's just like 2 African Americans, you know what I mean? Like, breaking into my car. And Europeans are very like, bleh, you know, they're very like, almost sounds like a wet towel, you know? Like, bleh. You're like, God damn! Oh, you're conscious European man, right? But they have like a history of race over there, you know? They don't think about black and white, they just hate Jews. So they, I'm done, bye.
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Make some noise for everyone you saw. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. So I got you something. I always shit on your shoes.
Good, Claude.
Yeah, to keep your shoes in.
Whoa! What does it on now?
Who do you think?
Aparna.
Yeah.
These are so terrible. I just recently started throwing away socks for the first time.
You're not throwing away enough.
This is a selfie you took?
No, that was actually a photo from when I was at Sesame Street. I was in Oscar's trash can.
Looks like you're looking up at me.
Don't wear a skirt while you wear it. It's like Tom's shoes. I just gave shoes to an underprivileged child.
Wow.
You throw them away. The app that I used to make them malfunctioned, so it charged me and sent me 3 pairs.
So you have 2 more pairs of these at home?
In the same size. If you throw out those, then a new pair will appear.
Now I have to outdo you and design you a pair of Airwolves.
Yeah!
No, I'm literally gonna do it. Cause I'm fucking jealous right now. Oh my God.